Today I'm wearing my painting gear because we're actually going to do some stuff. So we're going to be reflecting on mirrors. Now, a lot of people take the mickey out of me for how many mirrors I put in a house. My current home has 20 and counting, yes. So yes, I do love a good mirror, but it's not just about bringing more light into the room, making it bigger. We all know they do that. But if you get the right style mirror, I really think it makes a room come alive. However, get it wrong and suddenly you've got this great big whopping distraction in the middle of the room, because we're kind of drawn to mirrors. They're a bit like windows, so it's really important that you get it right. Now, a really beautiful mirror can cost an absolute fortune, but it doesn't have to. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to take you on a tour of my favourite mirrors in the house, some of which I have upcycled, but also I'm going to show you how you can do a little bit of tarting up a mirror frame yourself. Now, frameless mirrors do have their place in certain schemes, but for today, because I want to do something to them, we're going to look at the really sumptuous, ornate frames instead. So first of all, let's have a look. Where should we start? I know, the bathroom. So the bathroom, I have 3 mirrors, a little excessive, I know, but it's all to do with keeping harmony in my relationship. My husband is about a foot taller than me, and we have this constant argument as to what height the mirror goes at. So we've got his and hers basins. I won that argument, so I've got the mirror at the height I need it, and these 2 mirrors came from Zara Home. I think I got them in the sale, so we are literally just talking tens of pounds. And then to keep him happy, I've got this beautiful chunky mirror that I bought secondhand quite a few years ago now, but that was about £100. But it's really big, heavy, beautiful mirror, and I can just about see my hairline in it, but I love the look that it gives that bathroom. Because I think a lot of people just do plain mirrors in a bathroom, perhaps even the mirrored cabinet. But if you put a really interesting mirror in a bathroom, you can actually bring a lot of character to that room as well. And then in the master bedroom, this one, another one I bought secondhand, I think this was £70. And what I love about this is the aged look to the mirror itself. So it's got quite a few age spots on it, but the frame just looked a bit grubby, and I wanted to bring it in line with my white and grey colour scheme in the bedroom. So I just used chalk paint just to brighten it up a bit, but it still looks old because you've got the lovely kind of age spots. So it's always worth looking in second-hand shops for interesting mirrors that you could maybe do something to. And then if we move to the gym, I've actually done quite a lot of work to the chimney breasts in here. I had to expose the brickwork. I found 2 matching spire surrounds from a reclamation yard, and then I really wanted to tie the 2 ends of the room together with mirrors as well. So I bought these 2 mirrors from Dunelm, believe it or not. Now, they started off life as gold frames, and actually if you had a gold scheme they would look beautiful, but I wanted a more subtle look, so I used chalk paint, just old white chalk paint, and then I used grey with dry brushing just to bring out the decoration around the frame. And then possibly my favourite mirror, this one by the front door. I just think it's beautiful and it looks really expensive, but this one was also from Dunelm and started off life like this. It was so plasticky, it was disgusting, and it did take quite a few coats of the chalk paint because it needs to adhere, and then again I used the dry brushing technique with the grey just to bring out the embellishment, but absolutely stunning piece and cost me very little. So what I'm going to do today, I've got a couple of picture frames that my mum bought me for Christmas, I think with the intention of me painting them. I hope they wasn't. And I'm going to show you how to get that look on a picture frame on the smaller scale.
Now, these frames are quite plasticky, and what I'm after is a lovely chunky vintage feel, so of course I'm going to use trusty chalk paint. Now, there's no need for any preparation, you just slap it on. There's no need to use masking tape either when you're doing a frame from mirror, because you can either use a baby wipe to get rid of the excess on the mirror, or you could use a scraper once it's dried. Just make sure that scraper's not damaged, of course, because otherwise you'll scratch the glass. So normally I use Annie Sloan paint, but I thought I'd experiment a bit. So this is Rust-Oleum from Homebase, and the colour is chalk white, but I'm going to be very naughty and use an Annie Sloan brush with it. Sorry about that, Annie. But the brushes are fantastic, and they've got natural bristles, and the chalk paint, any kind of chalk paint, seems to go on so much better with these brushes. So the only thing with this Rust-Oleum is I've noticed that it's going to take much longer to dry in between coats, whereas with the Annie Sloan paints, actually you don't have to wait very long at all. So 2 coats is all it needs with this. Now, rather than distressing it, I like to give the ornate design some depth by using dry brushing. So I'm just using, again, a natural bristle stencil brush and a little bit of this grey paint. Now this is called Winter Grey from Rust-Oleum, and as you can see, less is more. Just take a tiny piece, even dab the brush onto a piece of paper or a piece of fabric just to take off any excess paint, because you want to go light to start off with. If you're heavy-handed from the start, it's much harder to pare back later on. So you just want a slight touch of that grey. You're barely going to notice it at the end. All it does is it just brings out that beautiful embellishment around the mirror. And then you have this gorgeous powdery finish. It's even got bubbles where the paint has dried in an uneven way. So it's absolutely gorgeous and a lovely chunky frame, so much nicer than the original and so easy too.
So there you have it, a cost-effective and simple way to get a beautiful, unique mirror that's going to really add character and set the tone for your room. And I'm going to leave you with a mirror-related coaching tip for the day. So Feng Shui always says never have a sofa with the back to the entrance of the room, but of course it's not always possible. So if you're faced with that dilemma, just place a mirror opposite the sofa so you can see who's coming in behind you, and you'll instantly feel more relaxed in that room. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time.